Yeah! Oh yeah! Charles Oliveira is back with a submission win and the best
We are
performance
back.
of his career. By far the best performance of his career. Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Yeah! Let's go! And he changed his name. I don't know why. But man, that was an amazing performance. He absolutely ragdolled Gamrot on the ground,
He
which
made it
is
look
by
easy.
far the best grappler he's beaten and out grappled like that. The first time Gamrot has been finished in his career by Charles Oliveira, looking like the 2022, 2021 version of himself again. We have gone back in the past, and I think he even looked better than he's ever had in his career last night. I'm starting to see now a lot of submissions. I don't know what you see. I'm starting to see a lot of submissions over the chin. A lot more chokes now, not under the chin, right across the jaw. And I'm seeing it a lot now. For some reason now I see people lock in a submission right above. If I see the hands clasped, right, and they connect, doesn't have to be under the chin, I immediately start going, oh, it's done.
It's a lot
Instantly.
more brute strength finishes.
Yeah, yeah. It's I guess it's more suffocating here, or it just works either way. If you can't get over the chin,
I
I'll just
think it's just
clasp
pain.
and grip
I,
it.
Danny, I think it's literally just pain.
Yeah, but I'm seeing it a lot more now, and I think now, especially a Charles Oliveira, if he can grab your back, I think submissions are a lot more dangerous, especially rear naked chokes, because now we're seeing people sink it over the jaw. It doesn't even have to go under the chin, which means you're in danger if you see those hands clasped together and the hands connect. I think it was a brilliant display from Oliveira. I think maybe at the beginning he wanted to feel out the grappling from Mateusz Gamrot, right? He wanted to see maybe let's strike with this guy more. I think they were more willing to strike. Maybe they wanted, but I think Gamrot was willing to just grapple. He shot a takedown right away, try to get control. From round one, he gets taken down and starts threatening an omoplata, right? Which is basically like a Kimura slash armbar. It's an arb submission. And he's using it. You see Gamrot just kind of tangled up there the whole time. And you see him use it to put Gamrot almost in a bad position, let go of it, and get top control. That was brilliant. He was threatening submission, especially that omoplata constantly. I think that's something Charles's team saw on the ground, and they immediately were just firing that sub over and over and over and over again. And next thing you know, Oliveira has his back. And I think when Oliveira got on top of him, everyone was like, "Oh no, now he's in trouble." Right? Everyone.
Only person I've ever seen that Charles got their back and they didn't get submitted, oddly enough, is Michael Chandler.
Yeah, true.
The
Because
same
he's
guy
so
who got
condensed.
knocked out
I think
because he's so dense and strong.
him and Volk are tough to sub because of
Yeah.
their frame. But so he gets on top, and we heard Gamrot say the whole week that he can contend with Oliveira on the ground.
Father is afraid he's ground, but I wanna exchange pan with him, take him down and scramble in the ground. My dream gonna be submit.
But I think after what happened in round one and how easily he got controlled, even when he was on top, he was in constant danger. That's what I'm starting to see with Oliveira on the ground now, is he is now chaining submissions into sweeps and controlling people, which he wouldn't do before. He would just kind of throw up a bunch of submissions, and if it wouldn't work, he would get subbed himself sometimes, or he would get a submission. Now he's using it strategically to get control on the ground. And this is a dangerous version we're seeing. If he can
Hmm.
get you down, anyone is in trouble against him on the ground. Even in Ilya,
I agree.
which we saw when he grabbed his leg right away, Ilya was like, all right, no.
I got scared for a second.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
saw in that moment Ilya, who landed in top control,
He's on
put him in a crucifix.
All of a
Put him in a
sudden, he's in a
crucifix.
submission. He's defending a submission just like
Oh,
that.
it's incredible. Put him in a crucifix, and then all of a sudden his leg is locked. And we even saw Ilya. Ilya's like, all right, I'm up. He gets
Yeah.
up, starts kicking him, and from that moment, he did not want to go to the ground again.
No,
Because I think what we see with that is jiu-jitsu is so dangerous because from any position in the fight, you can get subbed. And
Yes.
that's what makes it so dangerous. You think you're doing ground and pound, you can get locked into something. Triangle, armbar. Like there's a million things you can just get locked into that you don't
especially
even know
against
exists.
him, especially against Oliveira. You don't know what's coming from him.
You don't.
And I think I think people shouldn't even shoot on him anymore. Like
I wouldn't.
don't engage with him, because if he's able to somehow reverse position and end up on top of you, man, you are screwed. Screwed. Because he has so much experience and knowledge, and he waits at that point when he's on top of you. He's just like a cobra. You know when you're like they wrap you up, and then if you struggle more, the more you just
You mean an anaconda?
an anaconda, yeah. And if you try and get out, the more you try and get out, um, the worse position you're in. That's kind of what it is. If he's on top of you, man, just sit there. That's what I saw Gamrot do in the first round. Is honestly smart because he wasn't giving Oliver any chances to snatch something up.
Yeah.
Um, but Gamrot, so in the beginning, he was talking about, oh, I'm gonna grapple Oliveira. He grapples everybody. He controlled Armin on the ground, right? We saw him win because of the grappling against Armin, which is crazy. And this didn't even look, it looked like two different levels in the grappling, which is insane. I've never seen anyone do that to Gamrot in my life, not even close. This was,
Now, now this begs the question to me: how much better was this version of Oliveira than the version of Oliveira we saw in June?
I don't think it was better because
Boom. Thank you.
I don't
Thank
think
you.
it was, I think it
And
was
now,
the same
and
version.
now, what does this say about Ilia Topuria?
Yeah, Ilya is extremely dangerous. The fact that he got on top and put him in a crucifix
I
and was,
think this shows that Ilia, and this is the only thing I'll say about him. I'm just going to glaze him this once. I think he needs it right now. I think Ilia Topuria is the most well-rounded fighter in the history of the UFC.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. That
Pound
the
for pound, most
ground game
well-rounded.
was unbelievable. Even when
I
he
mean,
got put in
he
that leg
actually
lock.
put Charles in danger on the
He
ground.
sweeped him, reversed it, got on top, put him in crucifix, landed a few shots that cut Oliveira open pretty bad if you saw when they got up to the feet.
Mm-hmm. Got
And
out of a leg lock,
got
knocked
out
him
of the
out.
leg lock. I don't know if anyone saw this, but when Ilya was getting out of the leg lock, he was kind of stuck in like he was about to get out. And to just ensure it, he lands a huge ground and pound shot right on Oliveira, and Oliveira lets go of the leg, and then he gets up. I think Ilya is extremely intelligent on the ground as well with what he chooses to throw and how he chooses
He
to.
fights. He fights with an incredible IQ.
Yeah.
He thinks through everything he's doing.
He was
He
like,
doesn't
all right,
react.
I see the
It's not
chin, lands a huge shot just to get out of the position, and it's very smart.
everything he does. It's not instinct. It's not reactionary. It's a cognitive thought, and it's him making a decision. Oliveira, that whole fight, everything he did was so tactical. And I think Oliveira, at earlier points in his career when he would lose and he went on that losing streak and then he flipped it, right? He used to be reactionary. He used to be instinctual. And I think everyone's like, oh, he's so talented. It's instinctual. They say this about it. Amazing athletes in every sport. But I think in mixed martial arts, you have to be cognitive of what you're doing and you have to be tactical and think everything through. And what he did last night, how you even brought it up, he, instead of throwing up submissions like hoping something lands,
Which he used
he
to
would,
do. Yeah.
which he used to do, he would
Yeah.
lead it into ground control. Like we even saw him throwing up submissions, not necessarily like, oh, I have to get him right here, I'm screwed. But like, let's see if I can make him do this. Okay, I made him do this. Let's see if I can make him do that. Oh,
Almost
now I
like it
have
was
his
a
back.
chess match. Like he was
Mhm.
one step
And
ahead
then
of
it was like,
camera.
and then it was like, okay, now I have his back. What can I do now? We're gonna get him on the ground. Okay, I have his back. I can't get under the chin. I'm
Ground
just
and
gonna.
pound
Can I
him.
lock my hand? Can I lock my hand? Boom.
Over the chin. Yeah, and we're starting to see that in MMA now. Over the chin submissions, which is crazy. I think now being on the ground and having someone's back is more dangerous now than ever. If people are able to lock up
Yeah,
their arms,
I
it's
was telling Danny before we actually started the recording. I think what it is it's just instead of a technical, putting pressure on the actual like esophagus on the throat, it's just a brute strength submission. It's how much pain
yes.
can I put you into where you tap because you don't want me to crush your teeth. Look at what Hamza did to Whitaker, right? He didn't get it under the chin. He just pulled on his teeth and knocked his teeth back,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How much pain can I put your jaw in?
Yeah.
That's what we're seeing right now. He looked so smart last night.
I will say though on the feet, and I think I noticed this right away. In the second round when they started striking, I was a little nervous when Gamrot started spinning his chin around with some shots on the feet when he
Yeah.
was walking towards him. But then I realized Oliveira was doing it partly because he didn't feel, I think, a power threat from the other side. And when I saw Oliveira eat a few and then start landing and walking forward more, even after he started getting tagged, I was like, immediately as I see Oliveira kind of take the shots and like grow in confidence and start to just walk him down more. And you saw Gamrot didn't even shoot a takedown. I think after that first round, he was like, I don't want anything to do with that ground game. I'm going to try and do what I can on the feet and avoid the ground. And that's when Oliveira grew in confidence, and he's like, all right, I don't feel any threat from you on the feet or on the ground. I'm gonna control this pace of the fight and
I'm gonna do whatever
how
I
I
want
want
to.
to. So then he just started walking forward. When I saw that, I immediately said, "Oh, it's done. He won this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done. There's no way
For
Gamrot's."
me, at first, I thought it looked pretty even, and I thought when Gamrot got the takedown, I thought he looked good. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, Charles has these submissions and these tactics, but let's see how he plays it. As soon as I saw Charles take control on the ground in the first round, I didn't even have a thought of Gamrot winning. As soon as that
I
happened, I was
thought
like,
second round I was a little tight with the shots he was
yeah,
landing,
the shot. Well,
and
because
he started just eating them, and I was
Charles
like,
puts
okay.
his chin in positions he shouldn't,
Yeah.
right? But when Charles was able to handle the shots on the feet, we already saw him control on the ground in the first round. When I agree with you, when he came forward and he put pressure, same thing we said last weekend. Pereira, pressure wins fights. When Oliveira put the pressure on him last night, it was over. He had him on the back foot. All of a sudden, he has him on the ground, and as soon as he got his back, he's like an anaconda, and it was over.
Completely. It was incredible. Oliveira with and also can we address the takedowns from Oliveira? Man, Gamrot is one of the best wrestlers in the division. He was taking down Armin most of the fight. He was winning the takedown exchanges. He was getting Armin down more. And if he can do that to Armin, this guy is one of the best grapplers in the division. And Oliveira took him down like nothing. He took Chandler down like nothing. He's now taking Gamrot down like nothing. I think we got to address Oliveira's wrestling more than his jiu-jitsu now.
Which is crazy, right?
It's crazy.
I think this week, not now, we won't go into it now, but this week I want to talk about potential matchups for Oliveira. I'm just going to throw one out right now.
Call that Holloway.
I want Holloway. I remember you and I talked about this like 2 or 3 months ago after Holloway beat Poirier, and you said no.
I didn't like it. Yeah.
I love it.
I love it now. I love it now.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it because former champ actually had a title reign. His only loss recently is, other than a split decision loss to Armin, we're just going to put that aside for right now. His only loss recently is to the same guy that slept Holloway. Yes, Holloway did better against him than Oliveira did, but I'm really not going to hold that against him. They both got slept, right? But Holloway's on a tear other than that Ilya fight. Oliveira on a tear other than that Ilya fight. I want to see them fight.
That's what I needed to see. That's what I told you. I need Oliveira to win one.
Yeah. Well, that's
why I told you. And now we got some momentum. Holloway just beat Poirier. Oliveira just beat Gamrot in a crazy dominant fashion.
That's what. Yeah.
Early prediction. I got Holloway.
Early prediction.
Yeah.
I have Holloway by TKO.
Yeah, Oliveira is very good on the ground. I'm interested to see if Oliveira can take it to the ground.
If Oliveira gets it to the ground, it's over. I don't think Holloway gets back up.
I don't know because Holloway is very good at getting back.
All right.
There is.
Hold on. Let's push this to next week.
Wait. But just quick prediction. Because he called it out, man.
That's true.
Holloway, Oliveira had a great performance. He still hits too clean, no head movement, still walks forward. This Holloway at 155 is fast and very powerful. As we've seen, anytime he touches people, they literally wobble. Poirier and Gaethje, both of them. So I think Holloway will be quick. He'll catch him with a clean, 4-piece combination, and he can finish the fight. Because Holloway has different power, 155, and speed, and he's so accurate at this weight class. I didn't like Oliveira's striking last night. It didn't look any different, and
Oliveira's striking is in a strong suit.
Yeah, it's just he gets hit too clean. There's no defense, and you need defense when fighting Max Holloway. He's extremely accurate, and I got Holloway in that fight. Oliveira looked great though. If he can manage to use his new Division I wrestling against Holloway, then I think you might have a chance here.
Dude, he actually out wrestled a literal Division I wrestler, Michael Chandler.
Yeah, and now probably one of the best wrestlers we've seen in the division in Mateusz Gamrot. So
yeah.
And I wanted to address this. Oliveira, amazing fight. Can't wait to see the fight with Max Holloway. Did anyone see that interview with Mario Pinto after his win last night?
Hey, bro, I don't speak English, yeah?
Bro, the guy, I think this was the most insane thing I've ever seen. Probably anyone watching this can agree. That was the funniest. That was the smartest also post-fight speech I've seen. Huge for publicity. I think now, just because of how absurdly weird that was and funny, it's left an impression in everyone's mind. I can't wait to see him fight again and what he says on the mic again because
Yeah.
that was hilarious.
Yeah.
If
I
you
love
guys
it.
didn't see it, he started the interview speaking Portuguese in like a heavy accent, and he literally says, I'm sorry, I don't speak English."
Sorry, brother, I don't speak English.
Like in a heavy accent, and then keeps talking in Portuguese, and then he takes the mic and he goes, "Guys," like in a very heavy accent, I want to work on my English a little bit.
Brother, I practice something in English.
I'm gonna try, like he was like saying, I'm gonna try and speak a little. Puts out a full UK fluent accent and starts just coming at everyone.
So basically, I want to give a big shout out to my people in London and England.
Just shots at everybody, calling his shots, and that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I've never
Yeah.
seen that before. I was just making
That was
food,
awesome.
and then I heard him just all of a sudden start speaking in a fluent accent. I was like, "What the?"
Yeah, I know. That was awesome.
Funny
I
stuff.
literally was just watching the clip like a minute ago. It was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, that was so funny. But
Yeah.
yeah, unbelievable performance. I think the best performance we've seen from Charles Oliveira. Best
Yeah.
grappling we've seen.
I actually want to open this up. I want the comment section to be filled with thoughts. Every single one of you, I want you to put your thoughts on this fight. I want you to put your thoughts on the performance of Charles Oliveira, and I want you to say something. Does Charles Oliveira have it in him for a comeback? And does he have it in him for another title push, assuming Ilya moves on? I mean, Ilya's not going to have a 5-year reign, right? Ilya is going to probably be retired in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see Charles Oliveira lifting the belt again?
I will
within
say
2 years?
this.
If
I will
Ilya
say this.
leaves.
I think Oliveira's new. I think this submission that I talked about in this video, it's a huge thing now. We got over the chin subs, and what I've seen against Chandler, what I saw against a few other people, is Oliveira struggling to get subs under the chin now, because when they fight him, they are only thinking about tucking their chin, not giving Oliveira any opening.
But all of a sudden, if they tuck and so you're pushing on the nose and you
if
break their nose,
Oliveira can just lock it in over your chin, this makes Oliveira so much more dangerous. And I think they address this. They know people are planning to not expose their chin against him on the ground.
agreed.
Which is very dangerous if Oliveira has your back now, because now he's a new submission over the chin subs, neck cranks, and he can get a sub even if you're tucking your chin, which means you
Agreed.
should really fight and find a way to get out of that position. Oliveira 2.0, D1 All-American Oliveira is a new mythical fighter, and I think if Ilya's gone, maybe we see him hold the belt again. Maybe.
Hey, let's
That
go.
grappling's
Hey,
elite.
we want to hear from you guys. We want to hear what your main takeaways from this are, but these are our takeaways. And Dana, we want you to fly us out.
Yes.
Fly us out.
Yes. We will have the best breakdowns and the best commentary.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Oliveira, change your nickname back. I don't know what this new nickname is. He calls himself the Predator now.
Do Bronx.
Yeah. Oliveira is back. We are so back. Let's go. I'm so hyped for this new resurgence in the lightweight division.
Me too.
I'm curious about how Patty's gonna go, but honestly, screw him. He looks like he's just waiting for a shot, and he can go wait until 2 years from now. I don't care. We won't care because we got some movement now, and I'm excited for where this division is heading. Let us know what you think if you like this breakdown, and if you like this content, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, we'll see you next week for our. I don't know what card it is. I'm gonna make sure I look what it is. I think Aspinall is the weekend after, but we're gonna give our full card breakdown for next week's fight card, our betting breakdown, and everything like that. So, yep. All right, guys. Peace out.
Peace out.
Oliveira's back. Oh yeah. Yeah.